Tradies.
Run it.
Wow.
And gentlewomen. Hello. How you doing?
Cartridge for this?
Oh, Jesus.
We are live.
Yes.
Here from Garden Disaster Studio.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
We are recording, are we?
Nothing, Charlie.
Well, yeah, we are right now, yep.
Okay, fuck it, let's go. Welcome into the Veggie Bake, eh?
It is a
difficulties here.
veggie bake. It is. Table set, meals prepared. Time to sit down and indulge in an episode. With a veggie bake.
2023, new year, get off me.
New year. Get the fuck off us. Get off our tits.
And as far away as possible.
That is. Well, I mean, let's just roll right into it, Ned. Moving up in the
Let's
world.
roll right into it.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah.
Um,
I am moving up in the world, man. I'm going to be fucking financially free in fucking 2 weeks or something like that. So
it's beautiful.
fucking good to go, which is news to you for him, but fucking
Hold
moving on up.
No, yeah, we're good.
Well, no.
No.
I mean, start to good fucking things, really. Start to beautiful things. In the end,
That's it, man.
there's some terrible shit, bro.
100%, man. It's a it's a good start to the year for me, considering like the start of the year that we've had so far. It's been very fucking interesting. So let's let's just roll from there straight into all the pertinent topics for what's happening this week.
Well, I mean,
Andrew Tate's been arrested.
yeah, it's the that happened. It may be a week and a bit ago now. It might be the end of the world as we know it,
Cars
boys.
that he bragged about.
Yeah, they took all the cars.
He bragged about to Greta have been seized.
Oh, like
So,
11 of them.
So-
Yeah, 11 or 12 or some shit.
That's
All
fucking
seized.
So
a lot of money.
let's quickly just sort of talk about so apparently he's been detained for about, I believe they can, it's a detaining period kind of thing. He's not actually been arrested, so they're holding him for 30 days until they can find evidence. The way that it was sort of explained to me is right. The way that investigations happen in a first world country, right? If for some reason I was to be doing something like that and they were to investigate me, for instance, right? They would find all the evidence beforehand, gather all of their case, then come and arrest me and say, you've done this and we have proof of it, therefore you're going to jail and we're going to take you to trial. What they've done with Tate is just taken him on like suspicion of this of any of these things that they've charged him with. They came and detained him, and now they're using this 30-day period that they have of him being in jail that they can legally hold him for to try and find something to charge him and his brother with.
Yeah. Well, like Tate and his brother appealed the 30 days, and that would have been like 5-day mark. They would have got like let out, but that failed. So yeah, they're in there for the 30 days as well. I mean, he's been like talking about this for a long time, saying that it was coming. He said that there's 3 strikes in, the game that is the world. It's like strike 1, you get cancelled. They just try to shut you up. Strike 2, they'll lock you up. If that doesn't work, strike 3 is you die. And, he hasn't been fucking wrong about the first 2. But, it'll be interesting to see if, it all does shit itself and he gets out, if he's going to keep talking or if this, he's going to learn his lesson. Or...
Well, have you seen much about it through me?
Not really. I've just seen the bits and pieces that keep like coming up. I sort of stopped when I heard that he'd been like done for it and that. Like I know he had a fucking some like porn webcam fucking site or some shit, and I think that's where all of this is like generating from.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how they like made their like first bits of money, I think. They they just like talk to the dudes while girls would be on the camera kind of thing. So I don't really feel like that leads into, fucking extorting though. That's just them making money with the female.
Yeah.
It's well, they're being charged with like extortion, like sex trafficking essentially, because what they're trying to say that they've done is like brought women from other countries and then kept them there to do that. And then one of them is also being charged with rape as well. I'm not sure which one is
Okay.
being accused of that, but that's like it's the other two are bigger allegations, but like the R word always seems to like rear its head in these situations, and it's like. And it's like it's not. I'm not sitting here saying that it couldn't have fucking happened. Like judging by the way that they portray themselves, they seem like the kind of guys that might kind of throw their fucking ego and weight around like that. But it's the new fucking it's the cry wolf of the 21st century.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if you're in their position, you don't really need to go around raping people. Like I've seen multiple videos of just like multiple tens throwing themselves at them too. So I've seen like one of the people that came out as one of the rape victims. I feel maybe I don't know. I seen like a linked article and her saying some shit, but then a different one of her trying to like crack onto him at the boxing, and he toned her down and was like, "No, I'm trying to watch the fight. Go away." And then yeah, she came out not long
So
after.
that's what I
Like he tried
mean.
to
It's
rape her.
just
And shit.
like everything's a conflicting story. You can't actually get like uh that's just it, man. You only ever hear one side of a story, and then you get swayed to that side. You then instantly take that person's perspective, and then whatever other part of the story, regardless of whether it's right or wrong, the other part of the story just doesn't matter to you now
Yeah,
because you've been given one way of thinking.
most people are like that. Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like in situations like this, you've got to fucking just not have an opinion until fucking the truth comes out, because fuck knows what's true these days and fuck knows what's not.
Yeah, that's it. But they are some pretty fucking heavy allegations. So, like, if they are found guilty, that's
Oh yeah,
like it's not just like a whole slap on the wrist, cancel kind of thing. It's like we'll probably never see those guys again.
nah. Well, I mean, personally, I don't know. I don't feel like they're guilty. I feel like it plays into this whole Matrix thing. They've warned him that many times to shut the fuck up, and he just won't. And we've
Well,
seen it in the
like you,
past when other people don't shut up.
why don't you like do a quick run through of what you were talking to me about earlier with the whole like the arrest just being weird in itself?
Okay, yeah. They had like a whole ass camera team there for the arrest. Not like news channels and shit, like privately hired videographers. Just super fucking weird. For one, why do they have them there for a real fucking high profile arrest? It's just strange. They put Tate in the van, don't close the door. Then proceed to drive away past one of their hired videographers to like get a mad angle with the door open of them driving off with him and shit. They later, like, not even a week after the arrest, they released the footage of the raid and shit. So it's just all like super fucking weird to me. Like all of them fucking things, just like red flag, red flag, red flag.
And it's not to say in the age that we live in that somebody couldn't have just like sorry, maliciously obtained that footage, or like
Yeah.
one of the random cops could have just fucking put it online to try and gain some notoriety from it. But yeah, the whole thing does seem very fucking strange.
Like if you just like Google like Andrew Tate arrest, you'll just watch him drive away with the doors open. That's just like the biggest problem for me. Like if he's such like a crazy dangerous man, wouldn't they be trying to fucking, you know, keep him at like all cost? Not just like, yeah, no, he might jump out the door, it'll be fine.
Yeah, like what is it? Is it a publicity stunt? Is it a
It's fucking weird, man.
It's very fucking strange.
I just find it weird how like they've arrested him in like Romania too.
Well, that's where he lives. Like he's got, I think, 2 houses there, like a villa and a house, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
And then a
he
lot of people.
He travels
you go.
back and forth from America and shit, doesn't he? Like over to Europe and that.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
Cunt's got a fucking private jet, bro. He just flies wherever he wants. Fucking wanker.
Like I don't get why the Romanian like authorities weren't like in cahoots with the Americans, like trying to come up with something where they've just like so they actually had like evidence they could have pinned him on. Like,
Yeah,
Very good
yeah.
point.
here you go, you sit there. Now you can sit in jail for the fucking 30 days
Yeah.
and we'll keep raiding you and doing investigations. Like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense that like, well, I get it's how they do it, as you said, Ned, but like it doesn't make any sense that they're just like, all right, you sit there and we're going to have 30 days to try and find something on you. Like,
To me,
I
it's like
don't.
it's a big scare tactic to me. Hey, it's just like, you know, shut up or else.
Yeah, this is. I don't even know if it's like that big of a thing. I honestly think it like more leans towards something like he's been talking for a long time about how he can literally just do whatever the fuck he wants in Romania. Maybe the Romanian government have turned around and gone, when that cunt comes back in the country, we're arresting that motherfucker.
I
Like to try and make a point.
It's funny you say that. I watched an ex mafia member do an interview today. Well, it's just like snippets, like on Instagram, little shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And like one of the points that he made was like, no, people in Romania don't fuck around. He's pissed the wrong person off. I don't even think this is anything to do with the American government. He's just pissed the wrong person off in Romania. So
That's it, man.
they're
He's
going
just
after him.
pissed off some fucking oligarch that's got people paid off in the government that he
Yeah.
doesn't have paid off, and they just snapped their fingers and just went, put him away. I'm sick
Yeah.
of hearing him speak.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what this guy was saying pretty much. It's interesting.
But that's kind of more the theory that I'm leaning towards, especially because of the point that you just made for me. If it really was like a global out to get him thing, he wouldn't be detained with no evidence in Romania. He'd be detained with evidence in a US prison.
Yeah, or they would have had the evidence and locked him up in Romania to find more and then fucking like carry on with it. But like they haven't come out and been like, here's a bit of evidence. He done this.
Exactly. It's all just hearsay.
Yeah, and just
Yeah, like,
victims coming out and saying this and saying that.
And it's once again, it's not to say that like if their story's legitimate, that's fine. But it's just the way that specific thing has been like just the way that has shifted in culture over the past 5 years with the whole like Harvey Weinstein and Louis C.K. and all that kind of shit. And then you just had a cavalcade of women coming out after that trying to get money out of men that had done nothing to them.
Yeah.
It's not to say that like the women that were affected by these people weren't affected, and you know people that have been affected by that, it's a fucking terrible thing to be affected by. But to try and ruin somebody's life by saying that they've done that is a fuck like it's just as fucking backwards to me.
Yeah, like if he's guilty, fair enough. You'd like give him everything he deserves. But at the
100%.
like,
Bury him under the fucking prison.
Yeah, but like at the moment, don't just go dragging the bloke because he insulted every woman over the internet.
Yeah.
Like last year when he said that fucking whack shit he said. But like now they're just
And
going
that's
up. Like now
and
they're
that's
just
like
going up. Like and it wasn't even really that fucking whack. Bitches just got up in fucking arms about it.
it's more to the point, right? Like if you look at his earlier stuff, it was all like it's very he puts on a character.
Yeah.
If you look at any of his like recent interviews where he's actually like he did a really good interview with that the redhead girl, what's her name? Her name's Pearl, but I don't know what the name of her podcast. It's Just Pearly Things is the name of her podcast. Anyway, she's essentially like I don't know what she is really. People refer to her as like a female version of him, really, because she's just sort of speaks the truth to how it is. And if you go through and watch that interview, like, yeah, he's got moments where he's trying to be funny and also trying to be like, you know, just a little bit more boisterous and put on a personality. But then there's moments where you can actually see that it's like, oh, okay, this is a real guy with legitimate, like, gender differential standpoints kind of thing. And some of the things that he says, yeah, are fucking stupid, but a lot of the things that he says are like, no, that makes a whole lot of fucking sense. And it's not derogatory in any way. It's just the fucking facts.
Yeah, I feel like he had to come out like real blunt at first to get noticed. And that was like his whole point. Because you notice like as he kind of grew in fame, he kind of like
He eased
up a bit, but he was still like making the same points, just like a lot calmer.
Yeah.
Watch
like,
it. One of the
explaining his point. Like
yes,
Yeah.
Whereas at first it was just him sort of ranting and saying shit.
Yeah.
Like without anyone like questioning him or saying anything back to him. And since he's had interviews and shit come out, it's like he explains where he's sort of coming from.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Like,
it. It's the same
half
concept.
might not be right, but fucking like, yeah, he's fucking giving you his point.
Yeah.
It's like a
You
comedian walking
hearing-
out on stage to form a special and just saying the punchline to every joke that they've written.
Yeah.
So you get
Yeah,
zero context.
you go, what the fuck?
And then once they actually go back and start giving you context for their points, you're like, oh, okay, I can understand how you've made it to this point of thinking with like where you've been in the world and stuff like that. And that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the actual point too. You don't have to agree with something for it to make sense.
Nah.
Yeah, like you can understand somebody's logic behind things.
Yes, 100%.
Like that's sort of where I feel I got from Tate with like his shit that he come out, and I was just like, oh, this cunt, like, because I'd obviously heard about him fucking before,
Hmm.
and like he spoke, and I was just like, oh, this cunt fucking talking shit again, and then like the whole fucking world jumped on the cunt's back,
Mm.
and then he started explaining his shit, and I'm like, oh, I can see how you got there, but like it doesn't mean I agree with your point.
It's like I was explaining to you earlier, Griff, just how negative reception works. Like, you know, exactly. The entire world, the entire social media jumped around fucking Andrew Tate saying all of these things, and you got, you know, a billion people online that were just like decrying this dude. Like, they just want him fucking buried and dead and gone from their fucking lives.
Yeah.
But then there was probably about 10 million fucking people that just clicked with everything that he said.
Yeah.
Because they were just at that point in their life where they had been done wrong by a woman, or like, it's even like there's like a couple of clips that have popped up in the last couple of weeks where I probably would have just like blown it off before I've actually sort of sat and listened to it and been like, okay, that, you know, not only like relates to my situation kind of thing, but makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess
So
it's all just about like what you're going through at the time.
Exactly. It's
you're
all
gonna relate
about
into.
perspective.
Yeah. Good point. That is a good point. I mean, yeah, there's not much like I said earlier, like you can't really have much of an opinion these days until the proof comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everyone's just like, you know, everyone just seems to side with something, like you said earlier, Ned. But it's like hard to do that because, you know, as many people can say all this shit, but like we can't hear from this motherfucker until either the evidence comes out that he's guilty or he gets released. So, yeah, I don't know. Be interesting. Fucking what, 20 days that are left or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
It'll be interesting to see
Could
what
be.
happens in that time.
Yeah, whether they find any evidence or anything like that.
Yeah, and we'll do our best. We'll cover it.
Well, when I mean, speaking of evidence of things that have happened, why don't we move
Mm.
on to some other shit that's fucking going on? Dana,
50
you're a
G's,
piece of
baby.
shit.
Oh, I thought we were giving him 50 G's.
We're not giving him 50 G's, man. He slapped his wife in public. I fucking like what? My favorite part was the
He's here to take over.
fucking the little picture that I seen earlier of a quote from Dana saying something like, "Nah, hitting women is completely against it. Like anybody that does that will never be in the UFC." And then just cut to the video of him slapping his wife in Mexico. What the fuck, cunt?
Yeah, he's not
You
in
are
the UFC. He runs it.
Yeah, but that's that's worse.
Yeah, that is kind of.
It's like you want to turn around to fucking somebody like John Jones and say like, "Oh, I'm not paying you because you've done this." Exactly what we were talking about the other day, and then you just slap your wife in public, and then you're allowed to go about your business. Is that how it should work? Granted, yeah, she slapped him first, but have enough fucking wherewithal to understand that you are a billionaire combat sports company owner.
Mm.
People are watching you at all times.
Yeah, you're right. There's always people watching him, eh? Like, regardless of where the fuck he's at.
Exactly. You need to have more of a fucking mind. And it's like, I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, go and do it behind closed doors.
Oh, that's right. I
Just
thought we
don't
were heading
fucking
with
do
it.
it. Don't fucking do it at all
I thought we were
to
heading
begin
just, like,
with. But
take her home and. 2023, boy, get off us.
Bit of fucking equality, mate. You want to take a slap, bitch.
Man's just gone. He's left. Ah.
you realize I have to cut all of this out, right?
No, that was just one word.
Oh, that's good.
It's 2023, but like Dana, everyone's got a fucking phone with a camera on it.
Yeah. But, I mean,
like everybody's phone has a camera. Even if you have like the shittest phone from Woolies, it has a fucking camera.
I'm pretty sure like the 3320s came with a camera. That was like fucking 20 years ago, can't.
Yeah, phones have had cameras for nearly as long as I've fucking been alive. Like, and yeah, just this age that we live in, like people have fucking like glasses that have cameras, man. And more to the point, it's like it's not like you were at like a
What is it,
house
like,
party
three
as
different-
well. You were in a club
Mm.
at like a fucking event on New Year's Eve. Like what goes through your fucking stupid fucking fat bald head at that moment?
Maybe he's on them bags like Jake Paul was claiming.
I wouldn't be fucking surprised, hey.
Just fucking revved up. His missus slaps him, and he's just like, "Ugh, boost. Ah, fuck. Everyone's filmed that.
It's
It'd just
such
be
a,
interesting. Has he said anything about it?
He has
I don't
come
know.
out and like released a statement or something, but I didn't read it or anything.
No.
It just would have been, I'm sorry, I hit my wife or some fucking bullshit along them lines.
Let's try and find it.
I feel like they both released a statement, so it'd be interesting to see what she said as well. 'Cause, you know, as much as he should just, you know, man up and not hit a female back, it's also she should woman up. I don't know. I don't know what the thing with there would be.
Don't go hitting men. Like
Yeah.
it goes both ways. Like men shouldn't hit women and women shouldn't hit men because
Yeah.
like people are emotional and reactive,
Yeah, 100%.
especially in like heated moments. I'm not condoning anyone slapping their missus or fucking anything like that, but like if you don't want to run the risk of being slapped, you probably shouldn't stand there and slap someone.
Nah, fuck no. Oh, someone
Like,
that's
if it-
been
like,
like through a domestic abuse situation, I got like my fucking nose smashed in.
Yeah.
It's you just got to learn to be the big man, you know. When Dana's
Yeah,
clearly
that's
the big man.
it's exactly like I explained to you yesterday. It's like,
Mm.
you know, I've been faced with the same fucking situation before myself. I didn't react like that.
Nah, you just gotta. Yeah, you gotta know how to like. It's like that thing that you always tell me, Nettie, about like. It's easier to like control the monster than become the monster. Is that like the quote essentially?
It's the Jordan Peterson kind of quote. It's just the bigger concept of it is if you're weak, you have no capacity to be strong. Therefore, you should be a monster and learn how to control it.
Yeah. That's
Because only somebody who is like, you know, truly capable of that kind of destruction and knows how to control it is, you know, like able to help you in those moments. Somebody that is completely like, you know, weak and useless doesn't have like the strength, that killer instinct, the thing about them that just like when shit, you know, comes to clutch, essentially.
Yeah. Well, like it's just in that same thing. Like that motherfucker just obviously doesn't know how to control any type of emotion he has.
No.
And he's like, yeah, his only fucking instinct is to just hit back. What was if a little kid walks up and hits him? What is he just gonna fuck block a little kid as well?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's much more we can like say on that. It's just a fucking shitty situation as it is. But
It is a shit show.
speaking of shitty situations, man, 2 days into the fucking new year, we lost a hero.
Did it,
And not even like that's the part that shits me about it, man. Not even in a fucking rally car, on a goddamn snowmobile.
I mean, you
Bro,
gotta
like-
fucking stick to your craft, though.
Hey,
That's devastating, though. He was
a car. It wasn't a car, but like I feel like he still went out like fucking giving that thing fucking all it had.
oh fuck
oh,
yeah.
100%.
You know
Like
what
he
I mean?
was.
He went
He
out
was-
happy still, like
100%. He was
love.
drifting it like with the tracks hanging off the edge of a fucking 100-foot sheer drop onto fucking like poison ivy or something like that. Like, yeah, Ken Block went out like a G, 100%.
Fuck yeah.
Like that's like I'm glad he like suppose like glad he went out like fast, not like laying in bed or something. Like he would have
Yeah.
out doing something he loved. Like that's the type of bloke he like was from the outside standpoint looking in.
That seems, yeah, it does seem like as tragic as it fucking is, man. Because we spent hours watching those videos, dude.
Oh, bro, the amount of times I watched his videos like over and over is fucking ridiculous. Like watch him nearly hit walls, and there was that one where he went around the factory where like to the water and like the fucking
Oh, dude.
back of the car's like nearly hanging off and the tires just on the fucking creek.
It's fucking nuts,
Like
eh?
just a nutcase.
Yeah,
Right.
just a fucking weapon.
He's like Jim Carner, whatever the fuck, like that drifting thing was in one of the Dirt games. Dude, it made that game potentially one of the funnest games I've ever played. Yeah, you're just like in a Ken Block hard, drifting around, fucking doing crazy shit. It's so fun.
Yeah, like fucking what co-founded fucking DC with fucking Rob Dyrdek.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, like as I seen like the post Rob Dyrdek put out today, he's the only person to have like a action sports company, then relinquish his role to go become an action sports athlete.
Yeah, that's fire, right?
That's pretty fucking dope.
That's crazy, bro. Like fucking revolutionized the fucking skate world and all that sort of stuff, and then just went, all right, Rob, you sit on that, bro. I'm gonna go fucking smash some cars around some fucking parks and not crash them and look fucking awesome doing it.
Yeah, just be a fucking beast, bro. It's where he makes me want to like learn how to drive better, but then I like get in the car and I'm like, nah.
I get in the car and I start driving around like tight bends and shit. Like around here where we live, it's all just fucking back roads that are tight, and it's just like you go around it like my ute, bro. I'm like, fuck, this road's fucking a bit narrow, and then like you just think like Ken Block would have his car sideways through here.
Yeah, just like 100K, bro.
Fucking sideways.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking about something, right?
Mm.
Obviously, like, yeah, this, like, we all watch these videos and that, and like feel like it sucks that Ken Block died, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But what celebrity or sports person, anything, springs to your mind straight away that will absolutely devastate you the day that they die?
I mean, mine's already happened. Chester Bennington. That was like the fucking saddest day, bro. I like shed a tear at work and everything. It was super sad. But like,
I didn't know you like Linkin Park that much.
Yeah, growing up, they were like my go-to fucking band.
True.
And then, yeah, like I always stuck with them, and fuck yeah, that was just a shit day. But from now onwards, probably Rogan, just because he's introduced us to like so many amazing fucking people.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say along those lines, like I'll be like crushed the day that Bill Burr dies.
Yeah,
Like, is he just like it's so weird to have somebody like that you know will probably never hear what you have to say, kind of thing. But the amount of times that like I'll just be having shitty thoughts at night, man, and you can just put on Bill Burr and just be like, this guy is ranting about the most innocuous fucking shit, and he's so angry about it, and that makes me endlessly happy.
yeah, fuck yeah.
And just, yeah, like also one of the most like underrated top comedians of all time. In the sense of like his bits are fucking brilliant.
He is,
and
yeah,
he like
really good.
it's ridiculous how he talks about himself, like how he's not like one of the top comedians in the game. Like literally every other comedian is like, when they need like a fucking, because they always say that like Dave Chappelle's the GOAT, but when they refer to it as a white person, it's always like, oh, Burr or fucking somebody else like that.
Yeah,
like he's the guy.
Yeah, he's really fucking good. Even his shows like F is for Family, that's a fucking good show too.
Oh, it's so dope.
He's talking like putting his kid through walls and shit. It's the best.
Put you through a fucking wall.
Yeah.
We're outside, Dad. There's no walls out here. We'll build a wall and I'll put you the fuck through it.
Yeah, the fucking best. Yeah, but that.
Can you think of one for him?
Fuck, on the spot kills me. Fuck.
Needs a letter in the fucking like a month in
probably like
advance
The
or
Rock
something.
Probably like The Rock or something, bro. I was so invested in wrestling as a kid.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's pretty fair.
That cunt was like fucking the GOAT, just fucking tearing every cunt apart.
Yeah, mate. When I think about that, like when the Undertaker dies, bro, I'm gonna be sad as fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be rough, man.
Like
Hey.
Mick Foley.
Oh yeah.
He gave the best fucking like memories, bro. Like some of the best memories I've watching that is like Mick Foley getting thrown off the Hell in a Cell by Undertaker through the fucking table.
And then he
Like,
finishes the match and then goes through the top of the cell.
Did I say one of those?
Down
You know
into
the
the floor or whatever.
You know all those fucking videos that say like, oh, if you play X song at like certain time before midnight, it'll play the drop at midnight and you'll have the best drop into 2023 or whatever.
Yeah.
I seen one that said like about the Hell in a Cell was like, if you start Mick Foley versus Undertaker at X time, Mick Foley will fall through the floor at midnight.
That's so fucking good. I mean, yeah, that's a fucking.
Have you like watched
brutal.
videos of them talking about it and shit, and about how nobody wanted to do it but Mick?
Yeah, yeah.
And even the Undertaker was just like, I don't want to fucking do this whatsoever. Please don't make me do it. And he's like, no, we're doing it.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good. I mean, fuck, it made one of like the best wrestling moments that'll ever exist. I feel.
Yeah, that'll get played back forever.
Oh, bro, fuck. It was in like, remember how they used to run the like the warning thing before the show? It was like in that. You'd see like Mankind go crashing through the fucking table.
Yeah, they have fucking JR talking.
Yeah. It broke him in half. Oh, we're gonna do another WWE episode soon, eh?
Yeah, we do, eh?
Fuck yeah.
Which might be a good. Let's actually let's sort of set a good topic for it right now. Like just the craziest shit that we've seen in the WWE.
I mean, it's gonna be all full of Mankind and Jeff Hardy.
I was about to say it's just gonna be Mankind and Jeff Hardy clips. Yeah. Mankind on the thumbtacks, Hardy through fucking, was it 2 tables and a ladder?
Oh, bro, he went through so much shit.
It's got fucking Triple H running around with a fucking sledgehammer.
Bro.
Yeah!
Just coming off.
Like, surely that went wrong once or twice.
Got to have, right?
Or it would have had to have had like a rubber head or something on it. It couldn't have been a fucking like proper fucking sledgehammer head.
Still, the way you hit some people, it's still gonna hurt.
And then they just have like a fucking one stashed under there from when he wants to hit like something to make it sound like it's real.
Oh, like the stairs and shit when you hit them.
Yeah, like grab the real one and then smack it, and halfway through we'll slide a fucking shitty one out and bash him with that.
Maybe. I always did wonder. I'm like, man, that's gotta kill a motherfucker. He's just swinging a sledgehammer at people.
No, see, you know what would have sucked the most? Those kendo sticks, because those are the only things you couldn't fake.
Well, they reckon, I watched like a documentary about chair shots, and they reckon that they suck.
Like, it's a metal chair.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, if you didn't take it properly or know how to take it properly, you're in for a rough night.
Dude, have you ever seen that concerto shit?
Like, there's that the chair, and then they hit him with the other chair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's like my favorite thing. I didn't like Edge and Christian, but I liked that move. That was fucking fire.
I remember Edge did it to John Cena once. He had his like head like wedged in the chair and then did like a leg drop on his head. So the chair closed on his face.
I mean, it's like...
Can you imagine walking into work and just be like, all right, so this is what you're going to do today? She's like, yeah, pay me enough for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know about that, eh? Like, what about my neck? Nah. Like, see, we're just not going to have your neck in the chair. We're going to have your face. You're like, oh, okay.
Well, what about my face?
Could you imagine being Mick Foley and just going into work and being like, look, guys, here's what I want to happen tonight. I want to get thrown off the top of the fucking cage onto the table.
Then after that, you're going to choke slam me on some thumbtacks.
Yeah. And then
to finish it off, you're going to put me through the top, okay?
Yeah, and they're just like, I don't know if work health and safety is going to cover that one, eh, Mick? No.
Oh, work health and safety. My favorite part was when fucking Mankind goes off the cage and all of a sudden they just start lifting it with Undertaker still on top, and he's like, what the fuck's happening right now?
So bad. Oh man.
They're just like, raise the cage. And he's like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm still here. I feel like he had to climb down off of it while it was like up, didn't he?
He did too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
He's had some
everyone's like,
bad moments.
Everyone's like, oh, Undertaker's fucking psycho throwing Mick Foley off. Not thinking like, no, Mick like ran off that himself.
Yeah. Undertaker just like kind of guided him in that direction. He was like fucking just full sprint at it.
Yeah, fully unwillingly, just like, oh, come on, man, just go over there. And Mick's like, yeah.
Yeah, Undertaker was really trying to hold him. Like, no, don't, man. And he's like, get up. Fucking, I'm doing it.
Just pulling Taker towards the edge of the cell.
Undertaker's still in the fucking ring, bro. He hasn't even gotten out of the ring yet. Mick's climbed on top and just fucking free run off the fucking side. And everyone blames the Undertaker. They're like, fucking Undertaker, throw him off that.
The Undertaker's music hits and Foley just gains from the cage onto his head.
Yeah, you're like, what? I see how that's the Undertaker's fault. I don't know.
And in the middle, it's just like, I couldn't wait.
Dude, Mick Foley probably took some of the most brutal shit ever. He had a I Quit
And
match
still
with The
talks.
Rock. Yeah, still talks really well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
had
had
a
an
what?
I Quit match with The Rock, and The Rock handcuffed him and hit him in the face with a chair like 10 times, I think. But like
Jesus.
the most brutal chair shots as well. You're like, oh man, he can't even fucking remotely block them. It's just straight to his face.
Oh yeah, Mick Foley is probably like the guy that bled the most real blood in all of fucking pro wrestling.
100%.
Oh fuck yeah,
Had to have been.
for sure.
Or you look at some of the old wrestlers, like old school wrestlers that full used to cut themselves with the razors and shit. They're fucking a mess these days, hey. Like
Oh,
fucking all
yeah,
the top of their
100%.
foreheads, like all fucking just thick scars and disgusting.
Yeah, like some of the dudes are like way back in like early ECW days that would literally like do promos and then just make themselves bleed with the microphone.
Yeah.
It's like, like you just willingly giving yourself brain damage, hey?
Oh, bro, the worst. But like, yeah, Mick Foley somehow speaks really well still.
Yeah, somehow.
He's like,
I'm not exactly sure how, but
I don't know either.
Like,
he manages it.
cunt's full missing like fucking half an ear and shit.
Yeah, bro, what the fuck? Okay.
Like he's full on, bro.
Bro, he had to have like the coolest like gimmicks. He had just Mick Foley, stock standard, fucking out of the box. Then he had fucking Mankind, who's just a fucking mess of a human. And he had fucking Cactus Jack, who just made Mankind look tame. And then he had
Yeah.
Dude Love, who just loved everything and loved everyone. Like, what? What do you
Oh, it's so
mean?
good. Like, him and the Undertaker can just have different gimmicks and nobody questions it. Like
Bro, everyone was like,
else-
yeah.
like if The Rock
Did-
had to come out rapping like John Cena, everyone would have been like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah, yeah.
Did Mick Foley enter one of the Royal Rumbles as like all
All-
three of his personas?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he came out as Mankind, then Cactus Jack, then Dude Love, I think. But like,
It's fucking heaps good.
yeah, the best. They should have let one of them win. Like that would have been fucking the funniest shit. Or he should have like come out as number 30 as Mick Foley and won it.
Yeah, that would have been heaps better.
Yeah, so then it's just like this motherfucker entered 4 times.
Which is even funnier as well. Like it's funny enough that he has 3 personas, but then the fact that he also just has, oh no, I'm just Mick today.
Yeah.
Like
It's usually when he was like CEO, like he was working in the company, and then someone would just fuck him up anyway, and then the next week he'd be back as fucking Mankind. You're like, oh my god, fucking this
Fucking-
cunt's 50 and still just getting thrown off fucking cells and shit.
yeah.
Jamming socks in cunts' mouths.
Yeah. What is that finishing move?
Pulls a sock out of his pants.
Yeah,
Mr. Socky or whatever. He's got like a face on the front of it.
yeah. Where you getting that sock from, homie? My god.
And why is it in your pants to
Yeah.
begin with?
Just covered like there's just like fucking 100 cunts that have been through the WWE that have Mick Foley's sweaty fucking ball sock jammed in their
Yeah.
gob.
Just
Oh,
oh fuck. It's nasty.
And Mick, you got a secret
Jesus.
pocket in there? Nope.
No.
are you putting it just down like your second pair of pants? What second pair of pants, man?
I don't wear undies, bro. What are you talking about?
It's just,
Yeah, I got these on in my undies. It's in my second pair.
oh, fucking hell. I
Um,
like how we said we need to do another WWE episode and then just proceed to speak about it for the next 15 minutes.
I mean, it's a super easy.
It's just
subject
easy to fall
cover.
into, yeah.
Oh, bro, it's so fucking easy to fall into.
That's
just
it, man.
fucking-
Fucking New Year, fucking get the fuck off me.
Get the fuck off us.
Hey,
And if you want to get the fuck off us, you can find us at our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. And you can just get the fuck off us at pretty much any of them places. And
oh fuck.
you can also get the fuck off us at Eggplant Tornado Podcast at gmail.com, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
That's
Bleep.
right.
I believe. I feel like we might
Better
wrap it up.
believe. Yeah, might as well wrap it up.
Let's believe it.
Good one to start the new year off.
Not a bad one. Not a
Fucking,
bad one.
it was fucking probably the most intense episode we've ever done, to be honest.
It was up there. It was up there. We'll be back at it. With the fucking
Monday.
Oh, Monday.
One day.
Just a little. I don't know because I don't know exactly when it is. It might be next weekend, so we can probably
It's
touch
next
on it.
weekend. I know
Eggplant.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll just touch on it on the
Yeah,
eggplant then.
We're gonna rip into you, you little bitch. Well, I'm not prepared. No, I haven't got a coach. We'll speak to you on Monday, Dylan.
I mean, I'm probably gonna hit Twitter when I get off this. To be fair, give him a bit of a fucking mouthful. Fucking.
I'm not prepared. I don't have a coach.
What do you mean? Get fucking Connor to coach you, bro. Like you're his
Good
coach.
friends.
Well, he's
You mean
his
you find-
jiu-jitsu coach.
You signed up for a fight and then never went and got a coach and never trained or got yourself ready for it.
Yeah, it's
What?
weird stuff. Yeah. But anyway, if you want to
Anyway,
hear us completely shit on this man, tune into the Eggplants Tornado podcast Monday. Monday.
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Fucking Monday.